Good morning. So I am going to record and talk about the day. This is for Monday, April 20th. This is week 25 in our curriculum. So for today, we are going to start off with morning meeting and prayer. It's just a check-in, especially since the last week we've been off of school, and to pray and to talk, take prayer requests, anything else we need. We are doing, let's see. No. We are doing David and Goliath for our Bible. So our Bible verse for this week is, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." 1 John 4:4. And our Bible story, you can just read David and Goliath out of the Bible. It is in 1 Samuel 17. And then for math, we are doing lesson 12.6. So for this lesson, your child needs to listen to the teacher and then write the subtraction problem. So let's do the first one. And of course, I don't have pen and paper to write it down. I have not thought of the subtraction problem yet, so let me do that. Let's do, Miss Heather has 10 dogs, but I gave 5 of them to Miss Luba. So let's do the first one. Miss Heather has 10 dogs, but I gave 5 of them to Miss Luba. For the second one, I had 4 cookies, but I ate 2 of them. For the third one, I had 7 balloons, but 5 flew away. And then, is there 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. For the last one, I had 8 pieces of candy, but I gave 7 to my friends. How many do I have left? So the first one was, Miss Heather has 10 dogs, but I gave 5 of them to Miss Luba. The second one was, I had 4 cookies, but I ate 2 of them. So how many are left? The third one, I had 7 balloons, but 5 of them flew away. So how many do I have left? And then the last one is, I had 8 pieces of candy, but I gave 7 to my friends. How many do I have left? And then the back is just subtraction again, so just reminding them of the subtraction we started doing 2 weeks ago. And then I was going to do with kindergarten today, if you have the math packet that I emailed it to you, it's 12.6 and it's called Sort It Out. And it's just practicing, let me grab it real quick. There's all my pile of stuff I need to laminate. Let me share this screen. All right. So it looks like this. It says sort the difference, and then it has the numbers on it. So just practicing subtraction with them, and then the second piece of this one looks like this. So they just cut them out. I did not give this sheet to kindergarten. You guys do not have the sheet unless I emailed you the entire packet. I am only doing it with kindergarten because I am going to do it on the camera, so they're going to help me do it. And it's just cutting and then putting it where they go on there. So 5 take away 5, how many is left? 0. So you would put it in the 0 spot. So I'm just doing this as a whole group lesson. They do not have this paper. All right, and then we break. After break, we have calendar. Just going over, how many days are in a week, 7, and then singing the song, there are 7 days, there are 7 days. And then having them say, what day is today? Yesterday was what? Tomorrow will be what? how many months are in a year, what month is it, the weather, what is the weather like outside? Is it sunny? And just having them have that conversation. And then counting to what day it is. We count in English, forward all the way to the day. And then we count backwards, and at the end we say blast off. And then we also count in Russian up to whatever number today is. If you don't know how to count in Russian, it's fine, you don't have to, but your child probably does, so they can do that on their own. We do write the digital date. I walked them through it. So since April is the 4th month, we write a 4. Since today is the 20th, we go -20, -2020. This part is not accurate. And then we number of the day is whatever the date is. So today would be the 20th. And then we would draw, it'd be 2 10s. And then tally marks, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just practicing the tally marks with them. You can do this on a dry erase board, or you can do it on a piece of paper. And then our poem for this week is, it's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He got into bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning. And then along with calendar, we do our count by 5s, the Jack Hartman video. We do the count by 2s and count by 10s. And then this week we are also doing, this for the next 2 weeks, we're also doing shape review. So let me pull that up again so I can show you shape review. So we're doing 2D shapes review. So just the basic shapes: oval, rectangle, pentagon, square, diamond, circle, octagon, and hexagon. So is that all for the 2? Oh, and then 2 more, sorry. And then trapezoid and triangle. So just show them the shape and ask them what it is. If you don't have a shape, you can draw the shape. If you are not comfortable drawing the shape, you can look up YouTube videos on shapes, 2D shapes, just remind them shapes. And then we're also going to be reviewing our 3D shapes. So they did not learn rectangle prism, but we did learn cylinder. We did not learn triangle prism. We did learn cone, pyramid, cube, and sphere. So those are the 3D shapes that we are going to be reviewing as well. And that is during our calendar time. And then literacy. In literacy, we are learning about storms. So in literacy, we are going to be using the Nat Geo Kids Storms book, and I will link the YouTube video on the class take itinerary so you guys have access to this book. Today is just the cold read, so we just read the book. Tomorrow is the cold read with vocabulary, and today we're not reviewing the vocabulary. So I will have, maybe I will record Miss Heather reading this book, and I will put the vocabulary up with it for tomorrow's video so that they have what they need for that. And then we are completing in the packet today for that the capture, this and that, and it says illustrate, which means draw 2 types of storms that were in our book. So 2 types of storms that we are learning about, and it can be any 2 types of storms. Miss Heather likes this drawn in pencil, and I like it with color, not marker because it will bleed through. So pencil, color pencil, crayons, but I like detail and I like color on this one. And then today we are also going to do this page, labeling the types of storms that we read about in the book. And the words are on the bottom, so they just have to fill them in on this slot here, and that is what we are doing during our literacy slot this morning. And then we have lunch after that. I just want to double check. Lunch after that, and then we have our writing. So our writing for the afternoon, we are going to start by doing our first page of our book. So this page, our informational report, Storms in Me. Color your cover page, design your cover page however you want it. Don't forget to put your name on the bottom where it's written and illustrated by. And then we are going to do our table of contents, which is the next page. This information for the table of contents, you're just going to put page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the words that we are looking for on this are going to be the words. I gotta find that paper. That are on here, because the information we write here is what is going to go in our book. One, two, three, four is Storm's will, and then the last page is going to be our label it. So page 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is label it, and we're going to put this page on page 5, because it's our label page. Okay, and that is all we are doing for writing today, is a table of content and the cover page. And then content, we are doing economics. We are starting our social studies unit of economics. So that is going to be about the wants versus haves. And so for that today, I am going to read, and I'll link the YouTube video, I'm going to read Those Shoes by Maribeth Boltz, and then tell the students that humans want a lot of things. Explain the list that you just made. Oh, okay, rewind. We're going to start a list. Discuss with students how they get the things at the store, who pays for it, what are some things that you want from the store, make a list and an anchor chart. Okay. Then we're going to talk about how humans want a lot of things. Explain the list that we just made as a good example of all the things that we want to have. Read Those Shoes by Meredith Boltz. Discuss with students what Jeremy wants from the store in the book. Keep the focus on his wants versus his need. The book will be referenced again in lesson 2, so we need the book again for tomorrow. Go back to the students' want list from the introduction and have students generate and discuss additional wants that they may want. Have students illustrate or write about 4 wants that they have. I have a template for that, but I did not send the template. But in their journal, which is their little journals that are cut in half, the one with their name in blue is where you're going to want to write the 4 different things that they want. They can just make a list, and you can help them spell it out, or they can spell it themselves. And then we're going to talk about our wants as a group. Discuss making choices with the students. Can we all have all of our wants? What if we have to decide on only one? And then they'll discuss with a partner, which is going to be open discussion. Yeah, and then they're going to respond in their journal as well. So after their wants, they're going to take all of the information that we talked about, and they will put that in their journal as well. And you might have to help walk them through that. I will write things on the whiteboard, but if you are watching this YouTube video, then you're not going to be in class on the whiteboard. That is that. Let's see. Then we have music, which we are going to do. It's raining, it's pouring, and we are going to be doing that in sign language. YouTube video is attached. Our spelling words are the op words for this week, op. So that means top, pop, bop, hop, mop. And I just practiced, so all of our words end in op, beginning, middle, end. So we just change them out. You can do this if you want at home. I found it's good if you use like balls, if you have little colored balls, or I've honestly just taken Sharpie to a couple balls and done that for this. Just so they can visually see beginning, middle, and end. And then we're going to do that same thing for our phonics words. So segmented sounds, we're breaking apart the words. So you're going to say the word bath. Well, how many sounds do you hear? Most of these ones should be 3. There might be 4 or 5 letters, so they should be 3 sounds because TH together is 1 sound. So okay. So these are the words today that we are breaking down the segmented sounds. And then guided reading today, we are doing a book from Hooked on Phonics. So I'm going to leave that up for a second because that is something that you do not have access to. So if you wanted to practice reading that with your child, then I will have that up. So this is the book that they would be doing today in guided reading. So it's called The Hot Pot. And all of these words are sight words, so your child should be able to read. So let's read it. Please rewind that video as many times as you need for your child to successfully be able to complete the task. That is, I think, everything that we are going to be doing today. Just quickly summed up so that you can work with your child if you are not getting on or if you missed the day today. Please do not text me during class. I will no longer be answering text during class. I will also not be answering text after 4 p.m. and on the weekends because it's getting a little bit out of control and I need to set boundaries. So if you have any questions from 3:15 to 4 o'clock, I'm usually available, and then in the morning most of the time. So yeah, thank you, and you guys have a wonderful day.